is sent out. Just a reminder, YouTube is delayed from real time. It's just there for the free educational piece, and for members to go back and look at the stream and see either what we were talking about leading up to the trade, or maybe just be able to see what the trade looked like prior to entry. Alrighty. Gosh, another gap up from SVX to FCX. All right. Checking across swings right now. Someone asked if I'm going to wait till FCX breaks last week's high. I'm actually going to, because we're pretty close as it is, and it would be a 3-2 if it breaks. We had a couple days last week where we kind of opened up higher than here, specifically on Tuesday. So I'm going to see what happens with if we do gap higher. If we close red, or next day go red. All out of Moderna. I believe those were. Where's my total pin? Yeah, those were pretty much runners, I think. Let's see. Yeah, just a runner. So exit, swinging, command, Moderna, all out, a runner. Check across. CCL looks good. DVN looks good. GM, BABA, FCX all do not look good, but we will see what happens with those. Looks like we are going back through our range on NQ. I'm looking for a indicator that shows my current session volume profile, but on the right hand side. I think I could flip it to the right, but I want to see this volume profile. I just don't want to see it. Like right now, it's overlapping my first 5-minute candle.
What's the name of that indicator?
The one that I want is session volume profile, so SVP. The one that's on the right hand side is visible range volume profile, so VRVP, which will adjust with how you're looking at the chart. It's not fixed to a session. I need kind of both of those combined. That's what I'm needing. But it might not change too much looking at it now. I guess it shows the volume shelves, which is what I'm really after. Basically, these little bumps and then nothing and then bumps. Squire, I don't want to hear it, bud. Get smacked with the bud, too. Bud. Just wait till the market is not moving on on Christmas. We'll be seeing each other on the game. Oh, I did that backwards like an idiot. Good enough. Looks like Christmas. I like that. All right. Could be getting a good looking short here. Out of this fair value gap on the 5. All right. But the weekly plan, let me start with that while we're looking over here. Screenshot this so you guys don't have to look. All right. What's going on here? I want these to be Okay. Here's the plan this week. So we've got nothing today, nothing tomorrow as far as red folder news. We have CPI Wednesday. Oh, shoot. Next week's FOMC. Even worse. CPI Wednesday, PPI Thursday. And then next week this is what next week looks like. Honestly, I'll be here, but it's not going to be next week is going to be pretty much come and hang out, and if a trade happens, nice. If not, I'm not surprised. Monday, and this is all leading up to Christmas when Wall Street kind of checks out. Monday, we do have red folder news. Tuesday, red folder news. So maybe that's the light at the end of the tunnel. Wednesday, FOMC at 2:00. Disgusting. Right before Christmas. So, yeah, FOMC 2:00, and that's a press conference at 2:30. GDP Thursday, and then PCE Friday, and then for those who are insane enough to trade the week of Christmas, consumer confidence is Monday, and then unemployment is the day after Christmas. The week after is pretty gross. Week after, Wednesday is New Year's Day. So this is the week after Christmas. Wednesday is New Year's Day, so the banks are closed. So I believe the markets are closed as well. And it's an early close on Tuesday. And New Year's Day is a market close. So the week after will be pretty short week also. I'm probably not going to come back and trade that Thursday. So just Monday, Tuesday. We'll see about Thursday. I guess it depends how those 2 days go. If I'm green, I'm not coming back. But that is the schedule we're looking at. So this week, CPI, PPI. Next week, we do have red folder on the 2 days prior to FOMC. That is the plus side of FOMC the week before Christmas.
Can you let me know if this is going to be like this all day long?
Yep. So far, it is.
Can we?
Not.
There's something else to
Can we not?
buy
No.
brisket.
I think I'm gonna smoke a brisket for Christmas. We go to my in-laws' lodge for Christmas. Well, last couple years and this year. And so there's like they have 6 kids, my in-laws do. So big family, and I think brisket will feed the masses. It's not as cheap as pork butt, but it's way better, I think.
Yeah. You say if you were a Cincinnati or a Cleveland fan for NFL?
For neither Indianapolis and
That's right.
Philly.
Indianapolis. I'm going to the Cowboys game tonight against
Are
Cincinnati.
you?
It's gonna be a bad game.
I like watching the Bengals, but
Yeah.
they kind of like when I started getting into the NFL is when they were really good, and I know people who were huge fans of them when they were really bad. And so, I mean, Cincinnati's closer, way closer to me than Indy. I think it's like an hour and a half versus like 3 or 4 hours. But um, I saw Michael Pittman on YouTube when I was getting into the NFL and like his YouTube channel and like him as a player. So chose that team first.
Well, tickets are easy to come by here in Dallas, so.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I haven't checked in on Top Step X or Top Step TV lately.
Man, I was second guessing myself on Friday to get out of FCX. I was like 17 cents away from break even.
Mm. Yeah, gap ups on FCX and Baba just
Yeah.
throttled me this morning. I mean, what is this gap up on Baba? The worst they've ever had. No, their earnings are February, January.
I think there was some kind of Chinese news of
Probably
liquidity and
getting Chinese. Freaking China market.
I know.
I mean, I like it. Like, I love Baba when it's actually going the right like when it's gapping down logically.
Yeah.
But I mean, how crazy is it that I buy here and then it gaps up like $50? Freaking Chinese market. Well, until we leave this open in range, there's absolutely nothing to do. Still holding inside this opening range. Alex Hazzy, what opening range do you look for price to break before taking 5-minute opening range or 30-15? I'll be testing out a different type of opening range from a trading buddy that I know, but it's actually pretty darn similar to the 15-minute opening range. But what you see here is I guess this is the 20-minute, because this is technically the 15-minute opening range, but I want to see that little wick above where it closed higher. I want to see that be taken out. Might be time to get out of Delta here too. And CCL. Testing the bottom side of our opening range. All right, we are finally breaking our low of day. Waiting for a close under this, so 2 minutes. And then I'll probably just take the 222 with a proper strat stop loss. So prior 5-minute high. And go from there. Let's look at what volume looks like here. Yeah, pretty big volume shelf down to the opening of the 6th last week.
Nice push.
Yeah, I'm a little bit wary to try to sell right now, even though everything in me wants to. But I'm gonna find the bottom here pretty quickly.
Could rubber band back up.
Yep.
Hey Jesse,
Yes, sir.
this is inside like a 1 hour fair value gap
Mm-hmm.
from I think like the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Is 1 hour too big of a fair value gap for you to look at, or do you like to get down to 15 or 10?
Yeah, good question. Good question. I would say it all depends how you're using the fair value gap, right? We're never really, I mean, I am never setting orders inside of a fair value gap. I like limit orders. And so how I use fair value gaps is I just want to see rejection from the fair value gap and then buy the curl up or down, whichever way it's going. In this case, if we reject this 1 hour fair value gap and go up, then mentally I'm thinking, okay, that 1 hour fair value gap was enough to hold it. And then that gives me extra confidence to be bullish out of this fair value gap. So I guess the only time I wouldn't use a higher time frame fair value gap is if there's gap ups, such as on the daily. But even the daily, I would use fair value gaps. But how you're using fair value gaps is important, and more so using this 1 hour bullish fair value gap. And then now that we're in a 15-minute bullish fair value gap, then we can drop down to lower time frames and say, okay, we're in 2 bullish fair value gaps, and then look for a possible liquidity sweep and then reversal afterwards. So right now I'm looking at, okay, we're sweeping these lows from Friday. We're in a 15-minute fair value gap, pretty big volume here on the volume profile. So lots of volume in this fair value gap, and that's actually the order block that pushed us up. So if I'm looking to buy, I'm looking to buy in this zone, pretty much the bottom half of this fair value gap, the discount area of this fair value gap. So to answer your question, no time frame is too large unless you're getting so fixated on it being in the fair value gap that you're not able to, that you don't want to take trades while it's in that fair value gap. If that makes sense.
Totally get it.
I guess to put it, that long-winded answer into a short-winded answer, as traders, we are trading from liquidity to liquidity, and fair value gaps are just areas of liquidity. And so we're just looking to see if that fair value gap had enough liquidity to push us to the next area of liquidity, or if it's going to reject. Like right now, we closed under this fair value gap from 9:45 on the 5-minute chart from Friday. So I'm looking to see if this next fair value gap holds. If it does and we go 2-1-2 up, then maybe that's an entry for a long. But to be honest, I'm looking for it to come back into this 5-minute fair value gap that it's currently forming, reject, and then take a short out of it. So something like this. That would be the ideal scenario. Or even just a 2-1-2 down on the 5.
It gives you confidence or lack of confidence.
Right. Depending on what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now I am about to go short, actually. Stops about 25 wide. I'm going to see if this starts moving. I'm going to do a sell stop 44.50, 50 points wide. So pretty much covering most of this fair value gap. I did 44.50 because if this just wicks under this prior 5-minute low, but doesn't break the previous, so 2 candles ago, 5-minute low, then I won't get tagged in. If it breaks the candle from 2 candles ago, the low from 2 candles ago, then I expect this to keep going down. Got filled 21,546.25. 21,546.25, 50 points. Nice. Pretty much covers that entire fair value gap. And Mag 7 looks so weird.
Jesse, another question for you.
Yeah, go for it.
On your trade recaps, you'll have, I'm going off memory,
Uh-huh.
futures recaps,
Uh-huh.
and we'll have another section that says 1R.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Am I reading that right?
Yep. For one, so first I'm trimming NQ 25 points. Yeah, so the 1R is an experiment that I did and still am doing, where I have one account that is for trims and then another set that is for 1R. So I will take the whole trade off at 1R instead of messing with trims. So it's all plus or minus 1R and just counting on the win rate to make me profitable. And so the 1R section is for, man, this is going. The 1R section is for.
My full attention, but not really.
Yeah, I just took some off at 37-ish,
Me too.
30, 35. Yeah, so the 1R is for after I've taken the 1R trim off on the 1R account. The trims are still going for when I trim at 2R and 4R, etc. The 1R account is when I find additional entries while the trims account is still in the first trade.
Okay.
Okay. You don't need to go back to break even. Stop at you. All right, stopped out NQ.
very beneficial is what we call hard times, and these are related to a known exact time. So what's an example of a hard time? That would be like a radio dispatcher dispatching equipment to the scene, time that the 911 call came in. So again, we know the time that dispatch a fire truck. Those are all hard times. The next thing they talk about is soft times, and soft times are a little bit more estimated times, and they are approximations of when something happened. They could also include such things as relative times as well, and so that's one of the things that we sometimes use. People might say that they were watching the 6 o'clock news and the weather was on. So let's say if the weather comes on at 20 after 6, it was around 20 after 6 based on the time the weather was on. So again, that's a soft time, an estimated relative time. And then the next timeline time event that they talk about is actually a benchmark event. So some events are particularly valuable as a foundation for a timeline and may have a distant relation to the cause, spread, detection, and extinguishment of the fire. And that's what we were talking about earlier. Not only might we have a hard time of when extinguishment occurred, but it's an actual time of an event that occurred. So the benchmark event is the event that occurred. Now, they start to go on to talk about multiple timelines. They can be very valuable if you're trying to show the comparison between two times of something happening. It could be as much as the timeline of the fire and then the timeline that the suspect used, like as his alibi. And you might show that those timelines clearly are not right because the guy is saying he did it, but he's not. He could have been at the fire 4 days to do it, and he wasn't. So that's multiple timelines. Again, you got to watch the timelines too and not make them too intricate because they can cause those theories to become fused. So obviously, you really want to limit when you use them and when you don't. Sometimes some cases they're very valuable. The next thing they start talking about is system analysis, which is of course your analytical critical approach to different things that are going on, including activities by the human equipment and everything else. So it's basically a systems-wide analysis. And one of the things they use in system analysis sometimes is looking at fault trees. They're also called decision trees, and they illustrate a series of events and decisions that must take place for a specific outcome to occur. So when you talk about fault lines, fault trees, I'm sorry. Remember, system illustrates a series of events and decisions that must take place on paper by the investigator to formulate a logical sequence of events and describe an event. So
Hi,
a
Zeus.
logical sequence, basically, if this happened, then that.
Buddy.
And so sometimes if you think about it, it kind of appears actually a little bit. Not that we think this way, but what if this and then that, or and this or that? You hear a lot of that as well. They went on to talk about failure modes. Then they went on to talk about mathematical engineering and modeling. So what we would call this is fire modeling in our field. Fire modeling is very valuable. One of the things about fire modeling is that the results from mathematical models are subject to uncertainties from approximations made within the model itself. And so the model is not 100%. It's based on what you have put into that model, into that formula. These are mathematical equations. They don't have any emotions or anything. Um, you want to remember that because these are mathematical formulas and the amount of information that you have to put into them, you could be mistaken. You have to take models are as with any evidence, modeling results should be considered in light of other data that have been gathered during the fire investigation. So you would never base your entire investigation on fire modeling. And I'll give you a good example. I remember I had a pretty significant fire, and fortunately, I was able to get fire modeling done on it. I didn't do it myself; I had it done, and there were 4 different scenarios or possibilities that the fire model was able to generate. And number 3, believe it or not, matched perfectly. Not only did it match perfectly to the fire scene that we saw, but even the smoke came down farther, always away from the fire and everything else. So it's not an exact science. You wouldn't want to base your entire investigation on it, but the fire modeling helps really illustrate how did this fire build, and then what subsequent damage occurred because of it. So again, it is a mathematical equation. You got to be mindful of that, and that they're only as accurate as the data that's entered into the computer. So you remember that it's only as accurate as the data that's entered into the computer. It's very important to remember. All right, let's go ahead and they kind of talk about thermodynamics and a lot of dynamic analysis and what kind of data is required for modeling and testing, and that's continued throughout the rest of this. And another interesting um, thing that they started talking about was how do they get the data for the fire modeling. So it's a very interesting chapter. It is neat to see it done. There's no question about it. Unfortunately, it doesn't solve your case. It's just one of those things. You have to put it with everything else, but it can help at least get you to understand exactly how the fire progressed based on the evidence you're seeing, of course, and it helps a lot. So it's more of a tool than anything else. The next chapter is chapter 21, and that's on explosions. Explosions, pretty common, not necessarily terrorist explosions, but explosions in general can be fairly common. I certainly did plenty in my career. Some of the things we want to remember about explosions is that one of the things that differentiates an explosion from a fire, for example, is the fact that it has a wavefront, blast overpressure. You don't get that in a regular fire. So a regular fire, you have your heat, generated, but but you also get the
Spy's going down hard.
pressure, or sometimes called a wavefront. You can actually see if you look up the videos on YouTube. You will actually see
Yeah, it
the
is.
wavefront out ahead of the explosion, which is pretty neat when it's done in slow mo. Okay. So some of the different types of explosions they started talking about. First was mechanical explosions. Mechanical explosions do not involve changes in the basic chemical nature
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go look at some puts. All right, I'm in 0.48 on 605s. Filled 0.54.
Hey, do you find that between ES and NQ that one lags the other?
Usually ES lags NQ, not the other way around. But
Because yeah, ES
right
is
now,
leading.
it's certainly leading.
Interesting.
I'm going to go ahead and take this short NQ, filled 504.75, 50 points wide. Covering the prior 5-minute high and going for break of structure to fill the rest of this volume gap. All right, go 2 down here, yes, for my spy poots. There it goes.
Boots.
The spy poots. I'm gonna go ahead and close both here, Qs and SPY.
Are you still in the NQ trade though, or
No, or so no. Yeah, I'm out break even. That was part of the close. I might have said ES and SPY, but no, I'm out of everything. Very small green today. Alrighty. Well, that's going to be it for me. Whoa, big wick there to go down. All right, that's it for me today. Small green on futures. And I'll be back tomorrow. I think we have... I already forget. Dang, of course it flips now. Not of course, but... Up here, I was glad I got out. Down here, I'm not glad I got out. Right here, I'm indifferent. So, alrighty. Love y'all. See you here tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Trade safe if you're going to keep trading.